Ha! Hello everyone and welcome to the show again. I've been away for practically 3 weeks and I'm your host, Jason Kingdom. So let's get on with what we're going to talk about today, and that is the ECW rebirth, or the ECW One Night Stand pay-per-view Hardcore Justice that TNA are going to do. And I want to talk about the whole bit of it now. And that is, do any of us really care about it, really? You know, we've seen ECW being brought back in WWE to, you know, nowhere as good as it was, to when it was just ECW on its own. We had the two one night stands, and you know, what else can you do? What else do these guys want? Is my TNA is the company that'll just do anything for kicks. At the moment, it does anything for kicks. It'll do anything that WWE has done before. It'll go back over WWE and say this, say that. We'll do it properly than TNA, the WWE did. And it just doesn't work for me, to be perfectly honest. It's like ECW it's dead. Simple way. There's no two ways about it. ECW is dead. And I say, leave the memories alone. We all enjoyed ECW. We all enjoyed it when it was the hardcore ECW revolution. We all liked that. We liked the matches. We liked everything about it. It was something different to WCW and WWF at the time. And now TNA are just bringing it back, and going from that and going to the speech that Tommy Dreamer made. Now, I understand the speech, don't get me wrong, very heartfelt speech, but kind of up his own arse, so to speak, I reckon. And it was about, I wanted closure. This is why we've come. We wanted closure for ECW. You had closure 5 years ago, Tommy. You had closure when ECW finally shut its doors. If you wanted closure, making another pay-per-view is not going to give you closure. What are you going to do in another 10 years? Oh, we wanted closure for ECW because TNA didn't do it right. And Dixie Carter, I'm sorry, the self-proclaimed arse kisser. Sorry if I sneeze in a minute, but I might do. Self-proclaimed arse kisser, Dixie Carter, that just says, if you want to do it, I'll let you do it, but you must do it your way, Tommy. Your way. So basically we've got Tommy, Mick Foley, Raven, Rhino, Stevie Richards. We've got 5 of them at the moment. We have got Bubba Ray and Devon in the back there. We've got Pat Kenny. We've got Al Snow. We've got them. Who else are we going to get? We're going to get Tanaka. We're going to get Tanaka there. We're going to get Scotty Riggs. We're going to get Jerry Lynn. We're going to get Just Incredible. These names have been thrown out who are going to come, and they're not doing it for a paycheck. They just want to entertain the fans, and fair enough, that's all very well and good. But the thing is, how many times do we have to see this now? That's what I'm getting at. We're looking. I've been a wrestling fan for 20 odd years. And I'm not saying I know everything about wrestling. I'm not one person who knows, every person from Ring of Honor. I'm not person who knows everybody from Japan or the old wrestlers or anything like that. So, you know, you might not listen to my opinion, or you might not give it with any gratitude, you know, whatever. But I am still a wrestling fan. And at the end of the day, it's just it's just one of those things where you think you've got to leave it now. ECW has run its course. You know, it ran its course by 2000. It was bought out by Vince. You know, and everyone who says, you know, I was reading Spinnernet's video on this as well, and I do agree with him on some point. You know, on a lot of points, not some, on a lot of points. The ECW did die. It has died. Everyone knows that. And people saying that Vince killed it when he brought it back. He didn't really. All right, he diluted the brand. He made it more WWE-esque ECW. Yeah, fair enough. But he didn't kill the brand. So, you know, when he brought it back, some of the people were still employed. All right, they went after and he fired them. Fair enough. That's what happens in working life. You get fired. And going back to the fired part, the bit that I don't get is Tommy saying, "Oh, you know, I watched this thing going up and it was killing me inside, and you know, I was a drudging, and you know, it was getting me down, and I just wanted to go. I just wanted to, you know, and I was thankful when I got, you know, when I got fired." Tommy, you were there for about, God Almighty, you've been there for about 6 years, something probably more. You know, couldn't you just, if you didn't like it that much, why didn't you go to TNA sooner? You know, and this is all about getting a job at TNA, being a booker or whatever. I don't care. It's about, you know, the memory of ECW. You know, that's bollocks. I don't care if anyone disagrees with me on that, but it's bollocks. It's not about the memory of ECW. It's about sticking it to the WWE and saying, look what we can do when we do it ourselves. You know, that's all it's about. That's 100% accurate. You don't have to be a complete wrestling fan to know that. You just look at it and go, yeah, that's why it is. So, you know, Dixie Carter, you know, at this point, I will take a bit off what this other review said, Spoonie. Tommy Dreamer, like, got down on his knees and just, he could have just did that to Dixie. You know, got on his knees and blown her. You know, for just coming up with all these things saying, oh, just give us one more chance, just give us one more chance, we'll do it. You know, and it's like, yeah, alright, you can have the pay-per-view. And it's like, yeah, fair enough. And don't get me wrong, I'm going to watch the pay-per-view, see how it's like, and it'll probably turn out brilliant. But in me heart, I'm thinking, yeah, it's good, but why did we have to have this for? Why? You know, TNA should be doing TNA stuff. Should be there going, TNA, right, this is how we're going to get our young guys up, this is how we're going to do this, we're going to do this. You know, none of these, you know, you look at a main event. You look at the main event, right, I know WWE don't do brilliant main events, they always have Superman and John Cena in. And that's fair enough, whatever. But, alright, they had the whole Nexus thing, this main event, you know, taking time off. But TNA do it, you know, you've got young stars, you've got brilliant talent sometimes in there. And you come up having 4 out-of-date wrestlers coming on your show and just talking about the good old days. Why can't you just produce a DVD of it? Why can't you just do,